Hi, Mike here. Last week I was set a challenge by a client. Spoiler alert, I succeeded. They had a list of URLs in a CSV file which they needed to import into Excel. So far, so good. Power Query is their friend here. However, when the URLs were imported into Excel, they weren't being treated as clickable hyperlinks. So the challenge was to convert text URLs into clickable URLs. Want to know how I did it? Watch the video. And as always, if you want to follow along, you can download a copy of the demo file from the link in the description below. Okay, so here's my CSV file. It's the URLs of some of Excellent Ice Cream's customers' websites. I'm using Excel on the Mac to do this, but it's almost the same on Excel for Windows. I've now started a new Excel file and I need to bring the data in from that CSV. So I'll click on Data, Get Data Power Query, Get Data Power Query. On Excel for Windows, it's very similar. You click Data from Text or CSV. Here on the Mac, I'm going to click Text or CSV. Then I'm going to go and browse for the CSV file, which is that one on my desktop, and click on Get Data. And then click on Next. On Windows, you click Import, not Next. Excel thinks the colon in the URL is a delimiter, and it's split the URL into two columns based on the location of the colon. Sometimes Excel's too clever for its own good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the delimiter to none. On Excel for Windows, there isn't a none option, so you need to select Custom from the drop down and then leave the actual delimiter box empty. But on the Mac, you can click none and then click on Load, and that's the same on both platforms. My client had actually already done that part. Loading the data into Excel using Power Query was the easy bit. What they needed help with was converting the URLs into clickable links. Before I do that, I need to tidy up the data. You'll notice that it's not treating the first row of the CSV file as a header row. It's added its own headings. So I'll open up the query editor by clicking on Data, Get Data, Launch Power Query Editor. I'll just maximize the query editor. And then here I'll click on Transform, Use First Row as headers, and that will take the data from the first row and make it the heading. To make the links clickable, I need to add an extra column into the table, which I do by clicking Add Column, Custom Column. I'm going to call the column URL, and then I need to enter a formula, and this is the formula. Now it looks more complicated than it actually is, so let me break it down for you. Hyperlink is actually an Excel worksheet function, not a Power Query function. It turns a text string into a clickable hyperlink. The structure of the function is equals hyperlink, open brackets, the URL in double quotes, close brackets. When building a formula in Power Query, just like in Excel itself, if you need to include an actual character or string of characters in a formula, you put that character or string of characters inside double quotes, and that's what I'm doing here. So the hyperlink open bracket double quote is actually part of the function. It's static text, so it's wrapped in double quotes. Same with the end, close double quote, close brackets. That's static text, so it has a double quote before it and one after it. Company website URL is a column name. So we're building up a formula by joining a text string, wrapped in double quotes, to the value from the column name to another text string, wrapped in double quotes. The and sign is used to combine the elements together, just like you can do in the worksheet side of Excel. If you look at the formula, there appears to be too many double quotes, but actually it's correct. The double quote that's part of the text string has a double quote before it to indicate that it's part of the text string and not the end of text delimiter. So I'll click on OK, and what we now get is the column that we need. Before I close the query editor, I'm going to delete the company website URL. We don't need that, so I'll just right click on the heading and remove columns. And then I'll rename the column that's left and call it company space website space URL. At this point, I can close the query editor by clicking Home, Close and Load. So what we now see in the cells is the actual function. To change these to actual clickable hyperlinks, one way to do it is to double click on the cell to put it into edit mode, and then without making any changes, press enter. And that's it. Let's do it again for the second one. Double click, press enter. However, what if you have a long list of URLs? You don't want to be doing that for every cell. So I've developed a simple macro that will automate the process. I've included the macro code in a text file, and you can download that via a link in the video description. So this is the macro in the text file. I'm going to copy everything that's in there and close the text file down. And then back in the spreadsheet, I want to press Alt and F11. And what that does is it opens up the VBA editor. From there, I'm going to click Insert Module, and I'm going to paste in the code that I've just copied. What the macro does is it simply loops through every cell, starting with the one the cursor is in, and it simulates putting the cell into edit mode and pressing enter. I'll close the VBA editor by clicking on Excel, close and return to Excel. And then to test this out, I'll click on Alt and F8, which brings up the macro list. On the Mac, it actually shrinks the dialog box, but I can click on that little icon on the right hand side just to expand the dialog box. Make link clickable is the name of the macro. So with it highlighted, I'll click Run. We now have a list of clickable hyperlinks. Now, I know what many of you will be thinking, why didn't I just open the CSV file in Excel directly and run the macro? That would have been much quicker than using Power Query. Well, as I said, my client had already done the Power Query bit, and this process needed to be repeatable. Every month they receive a new CSV file containing an updated list of URLs. They simply wanted to hit Data Refresh All in Excel and have the data updated. But also from a teaching point of view, it could be that your data is in SharePoint or a PDF file or a database, in which case Power Query is how you'd get it into Excel. And once it's in Excel, the process for making the links clickable is the same. Before I wrap up, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Imke Feldman, who runs the website thebeaccountant.com. It was during my research that I came across a post on her blog which helped me to solve my client's problem. I used that post as a starting point, tweaking her solution and adding in the macro, which gave my client exactly what they wanted. I've put a link to Imke's solution in the video description. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please give it a like. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, have an excellent day.